Hi folks, Nick here from the Main Street Talk podcast. Are you thinking about your next Disney vacation? I can help you plan that vacation at no extra cost to you. As a travel genie at Genie Travel Company, I keep an eye out for the latest and best Disney promotions and then apply them so you get the most value for your vacation. Contact me at nick.garcia@genietravelco.com. And if you enjoy our podcast, please give us a rating in your player. Enjoy this week's show. Hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's episode of the Main Street Talk podcast, your go-to podcast for all things Walt Disney World related, all the news, updates, and tips and tricks. I am your host, Nick, and as always, with me is Joni.
Hello, everyone. How goes it?
Today is May 31st, so happy June.
Yeah.
By the time this airs will be June 1st. Summer is flying by. Did have a bit of news that kind of set the internet on fire a little bit. The Disney internet anyways, but we'll get into that. It's coming later.
Okay.
But before we get into the show, I want to remind everybody of my amazing travel deal I have going on this month. All the way through June 30th, you get a $50 gift card if you meet certain criteria when you book with me. That would be Walt Disney World or Disneyland packages, a 5-night stay, must include tickets, and Disney Cruise Line sailings, 4 nights or longer. So you book those with me, and you will get a $50 gift card sent to you the week before you travel.
And you've already had some takers.
I have had, yes, I've had quite a few inquiries, actually. So get on me if that's something you want to do. Have some Mickey bars on me, or a couple quick service meals, or some Dole Whips.
That's right.
However you want to do it. All right, we ready to get into the show?
Sure.
Here it is. This is what Disney announced that kind of set the internet on fire. Disney has announced that major changes will be made to the classic Walt Disney Carousel of Progress attraction at Magic Kingdom, including creating several new scenes as part of the drastic timeline shift. The final day of operation for this version of Carousel of Progress will be July 5th, 2026. The attraction will be closed beginning July 6th, 2026, and Disney expects the overhaul to be completed in 2027. Now, we knew this. Do
we have a month?
No. We knew that this was coming. We knew that they were adding Walt Disney Animatronic in there. They are going much further.
That's a minimum 6 months closure.
A minimum, yeah.
6 to 12.
It's a major overhaul.
18.
In addition to adding the Walt Disney to the attraction, Imagineers will also be updating all the scenes to new time periods. Act 1 will be the 1960s, Act 2 the 1980s, Act 3 the new millennium, and Act 4 the possible future. This hit a nerve with quite a few people. I mean, this is...
Why are you going to take out the...
It's going to be the same family.
I know,
in the scenes.
But the nostalgia... No, it's not going to be the same scenes.
No, it's going to be the family that's like in the scenes. It's going to be the exact same family.
Well, I'm with all the naysayers on that.
See, I'm
Just
with
add. Don't take away.
I'm with the... I'm ready.
Oh, no.
Bring it on.
See,
yeah,
I was bored at the wrong time.
There's a lot of emotions in this, but... It is outdated. Very outdated.
I know, but come on.
It had to be done at some point. People are upset about it.
Without history, we wouldn't have a future.
No, I understand. You know me. I love history. But Tomorrowland's all about the future. And the word progress is in the name of the attraction. So
you're still not going to win this case with me. So
I'm in the, judging by the internet reaction, I am definitely in the minority.
Yeah.
So, okay, moving on from Carousel of Progress. Patriotic decorations have arrived at Magic Kingdom for the summer holidays. They have decorated it for the 250th anniversary in July 4th. And Disney has promised that the possums are returning to Big Thunder Mountain at Magic Kingdom. They used to dangle from a tree about halfway through the ride, but were removed during the ride's extensive refurbishment. But they have promised they are coming back. Joan Cusack. You know Joan Cusack?
It's the little things that people miss.
It's the possums hanging from it's stuff like that. It's the being able to add a gift card to your My Disney Experience app that's missing.
Hand to hand. Yeah. Okay, anyway, I apologize. What was your comment?
Joan Cusack, the actor. She's the voice of Jessie in Toy Story 5. She recently visited Magic Kingdom and went to the new show at Diamond Horseshoe called Jessie's Roundup.
Okay.
So she was photographed in there enjoying her time.
Okay.
That's it for Magic Kingdom.
All right.
At EPCOT, now that Soarin' Around the World has temporarily rebranded as Soarin' Across America, there's a new specialty drink available at the Sunshine Seasons. This is Soarin' Across America.
Oh, clever.
It is Soarin' Across America milkshake is $9.99. s'mores milkshake, toasted marshmallows, chocolate bar, graham crackers, and a Soarin hang glider on the top of it.
Oh, how neat is that?
Soarin Across America.
That is perfect. And, it's campfire, summertime. It's perfect timing.
Perfect.
For all of it.
Hollywood Studios. Obviously, this goes without saying. The Rock and Roller Coaster starring the Muppets has finally opened.
Mm-hmm.
I looked at the wait times the first day of opening. The highest I saw was about 2 hours. So I don't know if it got more than that, but I checked several times and that was the highest I saw. But you never know. It was very highly anticipated. And new pressed pennies themed to the recently opened Rock and Roller Coaster with the Muppets are now available at Hollywood Studios. And Disney has filed a new permit that affects the alien swirling saucer attraction in Toy Story Land. The permit is for Icarbus Exhibits, Inc. to install set elements. Disney has not announced any updates or closures, so this is likely just to refresh some of the ride's elements. So it is possible that the ride will remain open during this time. And a massive steel frame has risen for the Monsters, Inc. roller coaster. I saw overheads of this. It's huge.
Yeah.
And the frame is just going up. It's going up quick. So that's pretty exciting. And over at Animal Kingdom, Bluey opened on Monday. I saw some videos. It looks like a really good time for the kids. A lot of fun activities they have going on in there. So everybody thought this was going to be a virtual queue for a while. But just a few days after it opened, the virtual queue system in place for its debut is ending. It will be replaced by a standby queue. I believe that starts June 2nd, if I'm not. I didn't have that in my notes. I'm pretty sure I read it was June 2nd. It'll be starting for a standby. In Jumpin' Junction, the Australian animal exhibit at Bluey's Wild World is delayed until further notice due to the animals still acclimating to their new environment. You can still view the animals from behind a fence, so you just can't go through the walking paths right now.
Yeah.
But
can we talk about this a little bit
more? Sure. What you got? You're excited for this.
So bad to go in there. Okay, so you literally get to walk on the paths and see these kangaroo and wallaby, and they can cross paths right in front of you, right behind you, come right up to you.
You can be pretty close to them, from what I understand.
Yes. And when they can literally cross your path, they can come up directly toward you. Don't fear though, because it is said that the male are the species that do the boxing. The aggressive
ones.
So these are all mamas, and then there are some that have little joeys.
Yep.
So I am super beyond excited to go to this. Absolutely super beyond.
We saw some videos of some vloggers, and like I said, the fences were up, but you could see them beyond the fence.
Yeah.
So, and you can see where the sidewalks that you're going to be able to walk on.
Yay.
So, and Imagineering files a third permit in a month for the Indiana Jones ride sets. I also saw an overhead of this. They have this steel up around where Indiana Jones is going to be, where a dinosaur was, and the frame definitely is a pyramid, a Mexican style pyramid.
Okay.
So, pretty cool.
Okay.
That's it for parks. On to resorts. Starting summer 2027, the family suites and guest rooms at Disney Automation will be getting an extensive refurbishment. However, the resort will remain open and available during the refurbishment. The Little Mermaid guest rooms, while maintaining their animation quality, will also receive pull-down Murphy beds that give the room both a second bed or table, depending on, what you need, because they fold down into the tables. So this is the first major refurbishment for Art of Animation. So
now refresh me. In Art of Animation, which ones are the most highly sought after? Which theme land or area?
People like the Cars area because of the Cars, the theming of that whole area.
Right. It looks really good. The landscaping looks really good.
I would say from what I've always heard is Cars and Nemo are the two ones that people like to get.
Okay. Because Lion King set off, and then Little Mermaid is even set off further back than that. Little Mermaid's
way in the back. And Little Mermaid is only studios. The rest of it is all suites.
Okay. So did you say which ones they're starting their refurbs?
It said all of them. It's the whole resort, but it did specifically mention the Little Mermaid rooms are getting the Murphy beds.
Okay, so perhaps starting there first.
Sure.
Just keep it in mind if that's your
we'll have
vacation spot of choice.
Once it gets closer, I'm sure they'll start releasing a lot more information. And Disney Vacation Club has quietly updated the booking options for the 3-bedroom grand villas at Disney's Boardwalk Villas, giving members the ability to choose between 2 different layouts beginning January 5th. Previously, all grand villas at the resort were listed under one general 3-bedroom grand villa category, but now you can choose between a 2-story or a regular villa. And
Take a
Donald's
second mortgage on your home.
Donald's double feature gift shop is now under refurbishment at Disney's All-Star Movies Resort. This was pretty exciting if you're one to stay off-site. The Hyatt Regency Grand Cypress Resort has officially been named a Walt Disney Gateway Hotel. The designation allows guests to book the hotel located just minutes from Walt Disney World as a part of a Walt Disney World vacation package. And if you're a Disney Plus subscriber, listen up to this. You can now enter through Disney Plus perks to win a family trip for 4 to Walt Disney World, including flights, park tickets, transportation, lodging, a VIP tour, and $1,000 in spending money. The winner will receive a 5-night vacation to Disney World for up to 4 people.
Wow.
Yeah, that's on Disney Plus perks.
Wow.
And Hoppers will be available to stream on Disney Plus starting June 3rd. And The Mandalorian and Grogu becomes the lowest Star Wars box office opening.
What?
The domestic box office opening of the movie brought in $102 million, while the international box office saw $63 million. The $102 million 4-day domestic opening fell slightly behind 2018's Solo: A Star Wars Story, which previously held the record as the lowest Star Wars. In the first...
They can't complain. They got so much money.
Star Wars is
like
going to be just fine.
Multi-billion-dollar industry. Yeah. No hurt feelings there.
The first new Disney pop-up store opened to massive crowds and long lines in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I saw videos or photos of this, and it looked like a light. He's like, yeah, to get a lightning lane to get into the store. Wow. So, and the Disney Springs food trucks will close permanently next month. There was no reason why, but these food trucks are on the west end of Disney Springs. They are closing. And AccuWeather adds a Disney feature to the weather app for Disney parks and resorts. So I downloaded the app, and because this is an app I usually don't use, but I downloaded it to see if I could find it. The only thing I could find was in the search area, like you search your location.
Yeah.
You can type in Walt Disney World.
Okay.
And that comes up.
Because that's the app I use.
Oh, AccuWeather is?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can type in Walt Disney World.
Okay.
So at the top of it to get the
right.
weather for there. That's all I have for news this week.
Okay. No cruise news?
No cruise news.
Okay.
So that is it.
All right.
All right, let's go on
that was quite a bit.
Spotlight on Attraction.
Alrighty. 1956, Westward Ho the Wagons. Another little themey song there that they sing with this. It's got the same tune as Davy Crockett, but different wording.
Yeah.
And again, we have Mr. Fess Parker starring in here. So
he must have been a fan favorite back then.
Well, I got a little bit of bonus information on his whole career here in just a moment. So this was released December 20th, 1956 in the U.S. Runtime is 90 minutes. The budget was roughly estimated at $2 million. Box office pulled in $2.75 million. So it's above their budget, but not much is what they were hoping. Creators were director William Bodine, or Bodine, whichever way, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, with the screenplay being by Tom Blackburn and production by Bill Walsh. Cinematography by Charles P. Boyle, editing by Cotton Warburton, and music by George Bruns. This is based on the 1934 novel titled Children of the Covered Wagon by Mary Jane Carr, which was actually Carr's first book. She had done like plays and different things like that.
Well, not a bad deal. You write a book and your first book and it's turned into a movie.
Yeah, when she was contracted with Disney, as I was reading a little bit about her story.
Oh.
So this story takes place, like the original, it takes place across the Great Plains and the Rocky Mountains along the Oregon Trail, traveling from the Missouri River across the plains. And in doing so, we're passing key landmarks like Chimney Rock in Nebraska and Fort Laramie, which is a historic outpost in eastern Wyoming, with the final destination being the rich farmland of the Pacific Northwest, which is known as Oregon Territory.
Mm-hmm.
However, the Disney filming was done entirely on location at the Conejo Ranch, Conejo, in Thousand Oaks, California.
The entire film was filmed there?
The entire film was filmed in California.
Well, you could have fooled me because it was, it looked like they were traveling.
Yeah, exactly. It sure did. So this is a live action Disney Western that follows a caravan of pioneers traveling the dangerous Oregon Trail. A live action Disney Western that follows a caravan of pioneers traveling the dangerous Oregon Trail during the 1844 Gold Rush era, led by the heroic wagon master James Stephen and a young doctor named Doc Grayson, who is played by Fess Parker. The pioneers face harsh terrain, internal conflicts, and the constant threat of Native American attacks. The tense journey reaches a turning point when the wagon train arrives at Fort Laramie. When the young son of the local Sioux chief is critically injured, Doc Grayson used his medical skills to save the boy. This act of kindness diffuses the hostility, secures peaceful truce, and allows the pioneers to safely complete their journey to the Pacific Northwest. That's just a brief rundown of the synopsis of there. There are no follow-up movies or prequels, as this is a standalone film. And while it did not achieve critical accolades, its legacy is tied to the honors given to its crew and cast. Lead actor Fess Parker, who played Doc Grayson, was named a Disney legend in 1991 for his major roles in Disney Westerns. Additionally, the film's sets decorated. Emil Curry was an Academy Award winner for other Disney films like 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. So, a little bit of bonus info. The movie is primarily remembered today as a nostalgic, mid-century Disney Western and for featuring several original Mouseketeers from the Mickey Mouse Club, including Tommy Cole, Cubby O'Brien, and Karen Pendleton. This trio had a very grueling schedule, though, since they had to film the movie on location at the Californian Ranch during the day and rehearse their television shows routines daily between takes. So they had quite a schedule, these little. Fess Parker was intentionally cast in this film to capitalize on the massive Crockett craze gripping the nation. But Parker grew so tired of playing the frontier characters in coonskin caps that he actively fought Disney for more diverse roles. Guess what? Disney refused.
Really?
Leading Parker to eventually leave the studio to find different work. Disney purchased, this is another side bit of information, Disney purchased and restored genuine 19th century wagons for the film to ensure historical accuracy on camera. And because the movie was filmed in California instead of Nebraska, the production crew built a massive forced perspective miniature replica of Chimney Rock in the background of the set.
Huh.
So, after its 1956 theatrical run, Disney re-edited the film into a 2-part episode for the Walt Disney's Wonderful World of Color television series in the 1960s, introducing it to a whole new generation of kids. So, I did not look to see who these 3 children were specifically, because there's a number of kids, and there's like 5 main ones.
Yeah.
But I can only assume that the Karen Pendleton is the little blonde girl.
Yeah.
But the other 2 boys, I didn't dive deeper to see which ones those were. But anyway, yeah. So there you go.
Okay.
I think they had the hardest jobs of any of them.
The kids?
The kids.
Yeah.
If they had to do the film during the day and then in between takes, they had to tape for their Mouseketeer shows on a daily basis.
That's a long day for a kid.
Woo.
I mean, that's crazy. Okay.
Yeah, it was.
Well, thanks, Joni.
Yeah, you bet.
On to this week in Disney history. June 3rd, 1949. We start in the golden age of theatrical shorts. The classic Donald Duck cartoon Winter Storage premieres, featuring Chippendale desperately trying to steal Donald's planting acorns. May 31st, 1956, Disneyland welcomed its very first international head of state. Indonesian President Sukarno arrives at the park and is personally hosted by Walt Disney, even sharing a famous ride on Dumbo, the flying elephant. June 3rd, 1960, a bittersweet day for the foodies. The beloved Puffin Bakery closes its doors on Disneyland's Main Street, USA, making way for what would become the iconic sun-kissed Citrus House. June 1st, 1989, Disney's Typhoon Lagoon water park officially opens at Disney World. Centered around the shipwrecked Miss Tilly, it introduced guests to a massive 2.5-acre wave pool, completely rewriting the playbook for themed water parks. June 3rd, 1989, the critically acclaimed coming-of-age film Looking for Miracles premieres as the Disney Channel premiere film. May 31st, 2008, a massive day for Pixar. Toy Story Mania opens at Disney Hollywood Studios to celebrate a real 12-inch Buzz Lightyear action figure literally blast off into space aboard the Space Shuttle Discovery. June 3rd, 2011, a massive triple expansion day in California. Star Tours The Adventures Continues opens at Disneyland, While over at Disney California Adventure, both The Little Mermaid, Ariel's Undersea Adventure, and Goofy Sky School officially debut. May 31st, 2012, Magic Kingdom closes the classic Snow White Scary Adventure forever. On the exact same day, Disney's Art of Animation opens its very first phase, the Finding Nemo Family Suites. So there you go. Art of Animation.
Yeah.
May 31st, 2019, the biggest West Coast expansion in decades occurs as Star Wars Galaxy's Edge opens at Disneyland Park, allowing guests to step onto the planet of Batuu and pilot the Millennium Falcon. And that's what I have for this week in Disney history.
Wow. Good.
All right, let's go on to Spotlight on Attraction.
Okay, well, I goofed. I gave you the movie, so now we will do Spotlight on Attraction.
And I didn't catch it either because I was doing the This Week in Disney History, and I was listening.
Well,
so.
I had my second tab pulled up, and I just like clockwork just went right into yapping away on it and didn't realize until I just totally finished that I erred. So I apologize. Anyway, this is the real Spotlight on Attraction. The other one was the movie of the week. So, any case, we are in Mexico today. We're going to start the World Showcase, and we're going to start Mexico, and we're going to move from left to right. So, we are going to speak specifically about the Gran Fiesta Tour starring the three Caballeros.
That is one of my favorite underrated hidden gem Disney World rides.
And we found it by accident. Do you remember how we found it by accident?
We stumbled in because it was raining.
It was pouring.
It was pouring rain. Yes.
Pouring. And they were like, oh, there's a ride in here. Let's just hang out.
And then we loved it. Yep, we fell in love with it.
Yep,
now
absolutely.
It's a must-do. Must-do every trip.
That was our first trip, so we had no ideas. I mean, there were some... I mean, we did a lot of research, but we didn't research everything. I think you have to be there 20, 30 times before you're... So, in any case, the Disney description has taken the sights of Mexico and the antics of the three feathered amigos on this gentle, slow, and dark boat ride through the Mexico Pavilion. Height requirement is any. Children less than 7 years of age must be accompanied by someone 14 years or older. Capacity is 1,656 riders per hour. So there are 4 to 5 rows of hard-backed bench seating with no individual seatbelt or lap bars, and only a loose side door or a chain per row. The rows are arranged in a straight linear sequence facing forward. Each row accommodates 3 to 4 passengers. So when you add all that mumbo jumbo up that I just said, we get about 15 to 20 guests per vehicle.
Okay.
And it is a Tier 2 lightning lane, suitable for all ages with no height restrictions. As I said, no drops and no scary moments. Electric scooters must transfer to a wheelchair, and then the wheelchair can directly access specific boats. You have to let your cast member know that you need a wheelchair accessible one, or if they don't notice it.
Right.
That features a ramp to roll a wheelchair directly on board. Audio description available, handheld captioning available. The boat does sit low, however, to the dock, requiring a step down to board.
Okay.
It was much lower than what I thought it was going to be when I first rode this. And I had the brace because I have a bad knee, and it was like, woo.
Step down.
It was a little bit deep.
Okay.
So just be mindful of that. There is no action photo, but you are welcome to take your own photos or videos while sitting in the boat, but no flash photography or external video lighting is permitted as it disrupts the dark ride atmosphere and screens for other guests. So just be respectful. The ride is approximately 7 minutes. It opened in Walt Disney World April 6, 2007, and it's based on the 1944 Disney film The Three Caballeros. The ride is housed within the pyramid-shaped Mexico Pavilion and was the first World Showcase attraction to feature Disney characters based on an existing property. This attraction replaced El Rio del Tempio and was manufactured by Aerodynamics and designed by Walt Disney Imagineering. This ride combines hand-drawn animators, live-action footage, and animatronics. The queue often has a short wait time, making it a good spot to cool off because the entire area is air conditioned.
Yep.
So
it's big in that pavilion.
Yeah.
Too.
So that's what I have on that. I have a little bit more to cover on Mexico. Like I said, I think these next few weeks covering this showcase are going to be quite extensive on my side because I'm going to get all of Mexico. And then next week we'll do all of Norway and continue moving. So nextly, we are going to talk about the Music of Mexico, which is live music, and it is also located around the Mexican Pavilion, the Mexico Pavilion. And the sets are about 20 to 25 minutes, and they're scattered throughout the afternoon, typically starting at 11:15 and running until about 4:30, but always, always, always check your app. It is celebrated across the Mexico Pavilion through world-class live entertainment acts. The performances focus heavily on the rich traditions of regional folk music, particularly from Jalisco. Enjoy a world-famous 12-piece traditional mariachi band that has been performing since opening day in 1982, or you can enjoy the Mexican trio that frequently steps in to perform. That's a lot of commitment.
Sure.
To be every day for since 1982. Ooh. During specific times of the year, the story of Coco is also performed, and you get that performance by the 12-piece. And they have like color schemes and things like that in there. So it's super, super cool. Another area in the Mexico Pavilion is the Mexico Folk Art Gallery. And that one there is this fully air-conditioned gallery. Currently hosts the exhibit Remember Me by Coco. It explores the history and cultural impact of the Day of the Dead, blending historical pieces with artwork tied to Disney Pixar's film Coco. Some key displays include the bride couple, which is an iconic, intricately detailed skeleton sculpture representing love that outlasts death. You have traditional crafts, which are vibrant displays of hand-cut paper and skull replicas made of sugar, which I did not know that. And then you have pre-Hispanic artifacts, which are historical objects detailing the ancient, indigenous roots of the holiday. And then Oaxacan wood carvings, which is distinct hand-painted animals. It was pretty busy when we were in there.
Yeah,
because everybody was trying to evade the rain.
It's usually pretty busy in there anyways, but it was double busy.
Well, I know they did have at one time a little machine, like a little where you could decorate your own character with the hair and a mustache and a hat and different things like that. So we kind of just hung out over in the corner out of everyone's way that was coming in for other things because the ride's in there. So it got pretty congested in there. There's a dining in there, which we're going to talk about here. But so this is Chorza de Margarita, I believe is how it's pronounced. And that is one of the walk-up bars that has a snack menu. You also have La Cantina de San Angel is an outdoor quick service. You have La Hacienda de San Angel, which is a table service. The RSVP is highly recommended, but not required. And then you have La Cava del Tequila, which is a bar that's inside the pyramid. They have drinks and light snacks. And then you have the restaurant inside, which is actually kind of cool because the boat ride goes through the restaurant.
Yep.
And that one is table service inside the pyramid. RSVP, again, is highly recommended, but not required. So within the Mexico Pavilion, you've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dining options, and 2 of them look like table service. So no shortage of drinks or food.
No, you're not going to go hungry in the Mexico Pavilion.
Not at all.
No.
A couple last tidbits here. You get to meet Donald Duck just after the pyramid on the same side as the pyramid.
Yep. Just a little further down.
Yep. So check your app for times on that. And then this meet and greet is not specifically within Mexico Pavilion, but she's right before you enter this World Showcase. It's Asha from Wish. So you can meet her right outside, more specifically toward the Mexico entry point.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So there you can give me Asha and then just go in a little bit deeper and you'll have Donald Duck.
Donald Duck.
Yep. So that right there was a mouthful, but it does take care and wrap up the Mexico Pavilion.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks, Joni.
Yeah.
A lot of information.
I need a drink of water.
On to this week's tip or trick. If you're staying at a Walt Disney World resort, one of the perks of that is every night you get a movie under the stars, which they show a Disney movie every night. You can, lay down in a lounger, watch the movie, take some popcorn or whatever. Another thing all Disney resorts do at night is campfires and s'mores.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Disney provides the marshmallows complimentary. You can purchase graham crackers and chocolate for an extra price. I think it's like $6 or $7 to make s'mores. Our tip or trick is take your own chocolate, take your own graham crackers. It is absolutely allowable. Just take them down with you. We pack some in we get it on our grocery delivery and buy a couple Hershey bars, box of graham crackers, and we make our own s'mores.
That's right.
The ones they sell, I believe they're Mickey shaped, if I remember right. Am I thinking right?
The marshmallows?
The graham crackers. Maybe not.
No, I
they
don't
weren't
think
Mickey
so.
shaped. Okay. We only bought them once. It was a long
I
time
don't
ago.
know. I don't
We've been taking our own.
Yeah. And you know what? Those are absolutely acceptable to be an adult and go down there and ask to buy some marshmallows.
Oh, sure.
You don't have to have littles with you. I do it all the time.
Yeah. So, yeah, take your own graham crackers and chocolate. Include it in your grocery order. Save yourself $6 or $7. And, if you're down there 3 nights a week, it's going to save a lot more than $6 or $7. All right. Well, that's going to do it for this week's show. Our website is Main Street Talk Pod. The Facebook page is Main Street Talk. The Facebook group is Disney World Tips and Tricks. Our Instagram is Main Street Talk Podcast. We are on YouTube, audio only, no video. And contact me for any travel, nick.garcia@genietravelco.com. And again, do it in the month of June to get a little extra bonus for your trip. And we are affiliate to the Magic Candle Company, where you can bring all the theme park scents home to your house. The link is on our website, mainstreettalkpod.com, and use the code Main Street Talk at checkout for 15% off.
Mm-hmm.
So we will be back next week with more tips and tricks, all the news in Norway.
Yeah.
We're going to visit Anna and Elsa.
We are
in Norway.
Heading right over there. It's going to be a real quick trip.
Yep.
From Mexico.
So make sure you tune in for that. We will talk to you real soon.
Bye, everyone.